Hello professionals, this is Adam from the Adam Lab and we will be testing Unreal Engine 5 on the M1 Pro MacBook Pro 14-inch with 512GB SSD, 14 cores GPU, 8 cores CPU, 16GB of RAM, and the price for this machine is the base model $2,000. The project that we will be starting with first is the MetaHuman project. In order to compile this project, it took 20 minutes using Unreal Engine 5. So we will go ahead and open it right now. And then when we open it, we will see how the performance is and we will see how the frame rate would be. Keep in mind, right now we are recording the screen. Therefore, there is from 10 to 8 frames a performance hit on the project, but overall I will definitely be giving you the numbers without recording the screen. So right now the project is open. So what we will do, we will show frame rate, and as you can see the frame rate that we have stable is around 90 to 85, so it's between 85 and 90. So we will go ahead and play this project, but before playing this project, just moving around, there is no issues at all, like it's super smooth. So we will go ahead and play it and see how that would look like. And this is, by the way, very beautiful, and I will have you hear the audio as well. So let's go ahead. So 3, 2, 1, here we go.
I am a metahuman, the next generation of digital human powered by Unreal Engine. Metahumans are high-fidelity digital characters created
Just
by you,
wow.
the user, on our new content
This
creation
is
platform,
insane.
MetaHuman Creator. I am fully rigged, ready for animation and motion capture, allowing you to work in context. With everything running live in Unreal Engine, my motion works seamlessly.
On other characters, I have 8 levels of detail and have been tested
Wow,
in a wide range
this is
of
insane. And we are getting a solid 60 frames. And I believe that's what the probably the project as a whole is locked at. So yeah, that was that, and it did run no issues at all, 60 frames. And as I said, 60 frames is probably what the project was locked at. Aside from that, this is the MetaHuman project, and I do have another 2 projects. One of them actually include ray tracing, so we will be testing ray tracing on this machine. So you can definitely download this project and then test it and see how much it would take. And keep in mind, this is the base model project, and Unreal Engine 5 is not optimized for the M1. In fact, it's just an early access version. So with that, we will go ahead and close this. Then the second project that we will be doing, the city park environment. It's a very huge project. That project took around 41 minutes to compile as a whole, so that's something to keep in mind when you are trying to compile the project as well. Aside from that, we will go ahead and open the project right now and we will mess around with it and then see how much frame rate we will be getting. And again, keep in mind, we are recording the screen, but I will definitely give you the numbers without recording the screen as well. And while we are doing that, please do not forget to hit the like button and then subscribe as well. That definitely helps me understand that you like this type of video, so I can make more of them. With that being said, what we will do is show frame rate, and then we are averaging at around 44 frames. Without recording the screen, we will be averaging 55 to 60 frames. Aside from that, we will go ahead and click play. This is a very huge map, so we can actually go way more in depth and we will see much more places with it. I believe this is the end of it, but then we can go back into the middle and it's a very huge product. These are like tennis courts, and then with the tennis courts, I believe the other day when I was messing around with it, I saw a baseball court as well. It's a really big project. You definitely like lose yourself just going into it. And as you can see, when we get to a more crowded area, we are averaging at around 37 frames, but that doesn't mean necessarily that you cannot do anything or it's like 30 frames where laggy. It's not laggy at all, and so far the fans are not even turned on. I am not sure if you can hear them or not. And then we are in a very crowded area again, but we are actually getting to 60 frames, so and we'll never dip below 30. And then when there is water, actually there is a little bit of sound that would be coming out, and I really like it. Just listen to the sound of the water. This is like really nice. And then when you go inside the water, it's like that. I wish when you go inside the water, it would be like, it would do like whoosh inside. But I guess they did not do that for the camera. But yeah, you can definitely, usually when you start with the project after you render it, you will start from here. And then from here, you can go all the way to every direction. And it's a very big map and it's a very big project, so you can understand why it would take around 40 minutes for it to compile. And that's the baseball court that I was talking about. So here we have a very big baseball court. I never went beyond the baseball court, so I am curious actually to see what would be beyond the baseball court, if there is something, or that would be the end. I believe this would be the end. Yeah, so there is just a little bit of parks and such, and then after that it would be the end. Oh, this is the first time I see it. Oh, nice. Green park, snack stop, and then they have ice cream. I want one chocolate ice cream, please, and then vanilla. Always fresh. Yeah, I know you, sir, have very good fresh stuff, so please give me more. And with that, so that's the second project that we do have. And again, with that project, without recording the screen, you will be averaging 60 frames. With recording the screen, you will be getting 50 frames, and depending on the area and how crowded it is, you might get a lot and you might not. And now we will be taking a look at the third project, and the third project actually has ray tracing in it. The third project took only 5 minutes to render, and again, keep in mind we are talking about the base model, and right now the fans are kicking a bit because, you know, we are doing stuff. But in general, the third project would be really interesting to see with ray tracing, and it only took 5 minutes to compile, and we are opening that project right now. And sorry for the sound, I do have a bit of a lousy roommate, but we gotta do what we gotta do. So here's the project, and then let's see if we turn on the frame rates. We are averaging 100 frames just fine. And then let's go ahead and play the project. Wow, this is beautiful, and we are still averaging around 100. Without recording the screen, you will be averaging around 120 frames. And keep in mind, this is the base model, and this is Unreal Engine 5, and we are recording the screen as well, and this is working as beautiful as it should. And that's the car that we have. Maybe this is a model for Tesla in the future. So Tesla, if you want to hire me, here's a chance for you, because this design I can only show it once to you. So this is actually really beautiful. I want to see from above how it would look like. Is there something inside? No, nothing inside. But yeah, it's a room. Ray tracing is turned on, and you can actually see the ray tracing because of the light and how it would reflect on the floor. It's not, I would say, a very huge project, but overall it's really nice and it's really fun to see. And that gives you an idea that the performance of Unreal Engine 5 is actually a really good performance overall. Because we had so many issues with 4.27 Unreal Engine. Yet with Unreal Engine 5, we don't have many of those issues. And if you are using Unreal Engine 5, funny enough, and hear me out, with the 4.27.1, I usually do not recommend the base model to go with Unreal Engine. But with Unreal Engine 5, I would say if Unreal Engine 5 would keep that type of a performance, I think you can definitely do your work. And especially if you are just learning, or if you are, let's say, a bit more into the intermediate level, the base model would be working with you. The only thing that I would do when I am getting the base model, I would definitely go to a higher CPU so I can get a better GPU, because as soon as your project gets more complex, you can definitely start getting a bit tough, let's say, to work with and such. And especially when you buy a device, you want to keep it for a very long time. So I would 100% recommend getting the base model just with the upgraded CPU. And then if you go with 32 gigabytes of RAM, that would even be better. So Unreal Engine 5 works perfectly on the M1, no issues, and even the rendering times, they are not that much. And so far, that's a 61 gigabytes of a project that I just showed you right now, and they are working just fine. Tell me what is your favorite sandwich is, and if there is anything that you want me to test, leave it in the comments. But please tell me what your favorite sandwich is, and then if there is any projects, let me know in the comments. And aside from that, I will see you very soon. This was Adam from the Adam Lab, and bye bye, professionals. See you soon.
I am a metahuman, the next generation of digital human powered by Unreal Engine. Metahumans are high fidelity digital characters created by
Just
you,
wow.
the user, on our new content creation
is
platform,
insane.
Metahuman Creator. I am fully rigged, ready for animation and motion capture, allowing you to work in context. With everything running live in Unreal Engine, my motion works seamlessly